The history of Sudan stretches back thousands of years to times long before written records existed. Human life had already taken root in the region during the Paleolithic era. One of the earliest known civilizations to emerge there was the Kerma culture, which flourished approximately between 2500 before Christ and 1600 before Christ. The people of Kerma built fortified cities, developed trade networks, and left behind impressive burial mounds that testify to an organized and powerful society. Around 800 years before Christ, the Nubian kingdom of Kush rose to prominence. From its capitals in Napata and later in Meroe, it ruled vast areas of the Nile Valley. The Kushite kings, sometimes called the Black Pharaohs, even conquered and ruled Egypt for nearly a century. Their reign, lasting roughly from 800 before Christ until 340 after Christ, formed a cultural bridge between Central Africa and the Mediterranean world. After the fall of the Kushite kingdom, smaller Nubian states emerged, and over the centuries, the region came into contact with both Christian and later Islamic influences. From the 7th century after Christ onward, Islam began to spread through trade and migration. By the 11th and 12th centuries, several Islamic sultanates had formed in northern Sudan, among them Soba, Alodia, and Makuria. These states prospered for several centuries, maintaining contact and commerce with Egypt and the wider Arab world, until they gradually declined during the 15th and 16th centuries. In the 19th century, the region came under Turco-Egyptian rule. Beginning in the year 1831 after Christ, Egypt itself, under Ottoman influence, took control of Sudan. This period was marked by heavy taxation, forced labor, and an expanding slave trade, which caused deep resentment among the Sudanese population. Out of this unrest arose a powerful religious and political movement. In the year 1881 after Christ, a man named Muhammad Ahmad proclaimed himself the Mahdi, meaning the guided one. His followers launched a large uprising against Egyptian and Ottoman authority. In the year 1885, the Mahdis captured Khartoum, the capital, after a long siege and established an Islamic state. The Mahdi himself died shortly afterward, in the year 1885, and his successor, Caliph Abdallah ibn Muhammad, ruled until the year 1898, when British Egyptian forces reconquered Sudan. From the year 1898 until the middle of the 20th century, Sudan was governed as an Anglo-Egyptian condominium, meaning it was officially under the joint control of Britain and Egypt. In practice, however, British officials exercised most of the power. They expanded agriculture and infrastructure, yet their rule also deepened divisions between the largely Arab and Muslim north and the African and mostly Christian or animist south. Sudan declared its independence on the 1st of January, 1956. What should have been a moment of unity quickly turned into discord. The new state was divided along ethnic, religious, and economic lines. The First Sudanese Civil War broke out in the same year, 1956, and lasted until 1972. Although a peace agreement was reached, tensions remained unresolved, and a second civil war began in 1983. This devastating conflict continued for more than 2 decades and cost the lives of millions of people. In the year 2005, the Comprehensive Peace Agreement was signed in Naivasha, Kenya. It granted the southern region of Sudan considerable autonomy and paved the way for a future referendum on independence. 6 years later, on the 9th of July in the year 2011, South Sudan officially became an independent country, separating from the Republic of Sudan. The years that followed were marked by political turmoil. Longtime President Omar al-Bashir, who had ruled since 1989, was overthrown in the year 2019 after months of widespread protests. Yet, the transition to democracy has remained fragile. Rival military factions, economic crises, and regional conflicts have continued to shape the country's fate well into the 21st century.